1, and it's live.
Let's Talk Battle Rap podcast is back in your life again. Yes, this is 2 weeks straight. They ain't think it was possible. They ain't think it was coming. I'm Titus. My man Francis is here with me. What's up, bro?
Yeah, can't call it how, you know what I mean? It's a real active week of battle rap with a bunch
It
of
is.
non-battle rap news and battle rap. What else is in here?
I mean, the nonsense meter in between events, like in the week right before an event and the week leading up to an event, it's got to be at the highest at all times.
That's how you know an event's around the corner, when it's like
Yes.
nothing but like, what? Why are these people fighting? And why is this person yelling? And this, why did this tweet get blown out of proportion? And like, what's the drama over here? When all that's happening, I know we're about to get some good raps in the next
Yes.
72, in the
That
next
that's the
72
lead in.
hours.
That's
Yeah,
definitely the lead in for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And when
yeah.
you see like the three topic, when you see a Mount Rushmore topics, like, boy, we need some battles. Oh my God, we need a battle. When Mount
Yeah.
Rushmore comes up, like we need raps immediately.
But Nome's around the corner. But now T Top's card is the day before Nome, and we couldn't talk about it last week because it wasn't announced yet.
Yeah,
Now we can
yeah.
talk about it. Now we can talk about
Mm-hmm.
what the Bear got going on. And shout out to T Top. He got a real busy weekend, man. He's hosting his event the day
No
before
pun
Nome.
intended.
Oh, yeah, pun intended. He's hosting his event the weekend before, and then he's battling the very next day. So he got Straight Drop has hunting season, which is also the semifinals to his tournament that he's had going on this entire time. The same tournament that Loso joined and everybody like was angry about for some reason. But Danger Zone also joined it, and they're both in the semifinals. Um,
Wow.
so
Every tournament needs a one seed. All right, you need a couple one seeds in a tournament.
yeah,
All right, and you got two of them. That's how it's
yeah,
supposed to be.
yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the Eastern Conference where the one seed's gonna lose in the second. My bad, y'all. My bad. Sorry, Smo. Sorry, Q. Not sorry, actually. I take that back. I'm not sorry. So hunting season has the semifinals going down the day before Nome. We got Loso versus Villa and Danger Zone versus Sino Savvy. Oh man, let me keep my comments to myself. Damn, we're starting early, man. How early are we into the podcast? Not even 3 minutes. God damn it, France. Come on, behave yourself, man.
I had
Please.
the same thought flashed in my mind when I heard Sino Savvy. I'm like, so many thoughts,
Uh,
so many thoughts. But good luck to both competitors.
if we don't get a Loso versus Danger Zone finals, I would be very shocked.
Yeah, yeah,
And
that's
Loso, you're in two tournaments, man.
right. That's true. That's true. You got to win at least one.
You gotta win
You
at least
get
one.
you can get upset in one tournament, not both. You can get upset in one tournament.
His other tournament, his first round was a rematch with Jerry West to start it off.
Oh,
So
that's. Oh yeah, I
that's
did see that. I did see that. I did see
yeah,
that.
that can't be fun.
He quietly beat the brakes off Jerry West on that known weekend. By the way, beat the. Like
Not
really
not
dogged
not
him.
now you're gonna have to do it all over again. That's gonna
Yeah,
be tough.
yeah, yeah.
It's
It
like
is.
game two when it's like, damn, we blew them out game one. They're definitely gonna come back hungrier.
Must win game.
Must win game. Somebody got to step up. Someone needs to step up. But also on the hunting season, he's got some fun battles. He's got Twork versus Woosaah headline in this match, this card as a headliner. We have Swamp versus Shotgun Suge, the rematch, which is a
Yes.
rematch that's been flirted with for a little bit of time. They've been wanting to battle again. Even when they were both runner-ups in Cody a couple years back, they were like, "Yo, we could run it back. We can run it back." So they're running it back. That's dope. We got KD versus J Moore on this card. DI the Henny Man versus Casino. That's going to have a lot of grit and drug talk. I can't wait to hear that. And then the opener is Glory versus CEO Keys. I'll be honest, I'm not familiar with those brothers, but I'm looking forward to be familiar with them when I'm in the building.
Yep. Yep. Same.
So, any thoughts on this hunting season card?
Yeah. This really is a fun card. It's a nice little gnome opener, right? Gnome weekend opener. I think is very solid for that. Um, the battle you just said, Casino and Di. Oh, that's. It's been a lot of that talk happening in that one, boy.
Yeah,
Casino's like so rarely seen, but when you see him, fight, oh yeah, you're so good at this.
yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that's completely underutilized, and maybe I think those are the diamonds in the rough, because it's like, oh
Mm-hmm.
snap, like all it takes is just like a few opportunities of us showing you and properly managing you again, and then you right back in everybody's face like, wait, well, how come you haven't been booked that often? But
Right.
we'll see.
Right.
I think he can make some noise. I think that's just going to be a pay per view for this card. I'm not sure yet, but I believe it might be on the YouTube. So
Yeah,
if it's
that's what's up.
available and it's
Don't
for
turn down
free,
free raps, y'all. In this economy, do not turn down being watch free raps. So go watch some battle rap.
yeah, man, I think that's a good
Have
promo
some
for
fun.
NOME. I think it's a good promo
For
for
sure.
NOME the day before too. So Casino might be some eyeballs on you, man. Take advantage. NYC weekend. I'm pretty sure the building will be packed. Last trade
Yep.
drop event was definitely packed wall to wall, and so also on the card. What do you think of this KD versus J Moore? I said KD went on 3 Letterman, talk a little bit about this J Moore battle, and I have some thoughts.
I haven't seen his interview, but KD, his propensity to be a very good angler at times. This battle can get hilarious. But can get very funny. Having somebody focused versus Jay Moore can get very bad for Jay Moore very quickly. Because Jay Moore, it's not like it don't be cohesive sometimes. It can be good, but it's just there's a real lack of cohesion in what in what he's doing. Like, you know, it's 4 moves. That's it. It's just it's just random. It's just real like spammy punchlines and references. Whereas KD is a very like tailored, focused battler, who I think people always. I think KD's in that lane where he kind of always surprises people against certain battles, right? Because you see how good he is in those battles. So I think KD might whoop Jay Moore badly. Cause I ain't gonna lie, Jay Moore, the unsung hero of the trenches, when he kept battling, we kept seeing more of it. That died quickly. It was like, oh,
Oh,
this isn't
oh
this
yeah,
isn't what I thought it was.
he got a little bit of he got a little bit of juice as a super senior, and just kind of just ran the table. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, damn, weren't you at last year's prom and this year's prom and the one before that too? Like, you're here again. Like,
For real.
J Moore always leaves with some quotables. It's just
Absolutely.
insane. Um, I just personally, I just he has that like that JC effect at times where he's just like rapping and it's like every reaction, every line's like, I know, yes, I said it. What are we talking about? And I hate the lack of fluidity sometimes in his flow, because I just really just want to hear him just get through his material without the ad libs and the overreaction. I know he's probably like, well, if they're reacting, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna stop. I was like, well, they're not always reacting all the time. This is you.
I definitely felt
Um,
like some of his trenches tournament battles were 45 minutes because it was 30 minutes of him just reacting with the crowd to everything.
right.
It's
And,
very ridiculous.
yeah, and KD, while he can be real deliberate with an angle, I don't know, man. Sometimes he also I'm intrigued to see this battle, because I do feel like Jay Moore could outpunch KD, but
Mm-hmm.
if KD has a proper approach, like I'm gonna walk out there like, oh shit, like finally somebody got a chance to break down all the stuff that's been going on with J Moore right now. I mean, also he battled Jack Boy as well, and that also like took a little bit of the sting off of it. But KD's got a chance to like, hey, listen, this is on YouTube. Y'all watching this is live. Take full advantage. I kind of don't even have a winner for this, truth be told. I just want to see what happens.
Yeah, I think it'd be a lot of fun. It'd definitely be a lot of fun for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I got KD though.
You got KD?
I got KD.
I ain't mad at that. I'm definitely not mad at that at all. Swamp and Suge too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I don't know what to expect from this, because like this is a battle that if you had told me a headline an app event, I could see it. If you told me like, hey, we didn't add Swamp and Suge for NOME, but we're gonna add them on as a late scratch, I could kind of see it. And they've also both been wanting it, but also on this card, I don't know what to expect. I don't know if I'm going to get a very serious, determined, like, hey, we want to make up for that first time we battled, and we're going to show you how fire we could be with proper prep, which very much could be the case. But Swamp's been kind of on a down tilt this year, and Suge, you know, certain spots where like very locked in, very focused. Other spots, you're getting 2.5 minute Suge. I don't know what to expect from this.
I feel similar, honestly. I feel like they're both in a spot where they really can't afford an L here. I mean, it's battle raps. You can always afford an L technically. I fight for both of them and what they've been this year, right? So I think Swamp coming off that Calico battle had all the momentum in the world. Um, you come into this year, I think chess battle was good, but I think consensus edges chess in that battle, and I think did Swamp have turbulence in that battle? I don't remember. In the chess battle, I can't remember if he did or not. But
Not really. I think it's
yeah,
gonna be like real clean performance. He just had shorter rounds in chess. That's all it was.
that's right. There we go. In short rounds, Suge had obviously the easy battle this year. Start the year off, came out on fire, and
Electric.
then the Hart battle didn't look the way we thought it would. So now we're back to like, how much? What do we think about Suge right now? So I think, but this is the battle he's wanted. So I do expect Suge to be super locked in. Swamp's been so active this year. I just don't know how much energy he's gonna put into this. I know he's gonna. I know one thing. They will both be rapping to the time limit. So this battle will be whatever time T-Top contracted them for. This battle will be concluded at that time.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. Yeah, Swamp's 2025. You put that shit on paper, and you just look at his opponents. And you're like, how is this guy not like following up from his like Cody contender year? Like he easily has like the resume this year to like probably be on top, but like the performances and inconsistencies been kind of it's like a little bit of turmoil for him, and I wouldn't even call it like a complete like downtrend. It's just more of just him like in a little bit of a funk. I think he's already opened up about this on 3 Letter Man, where he's kind of like, I'm going through a lot of stuff personally, and I stay active with battling to keep my mind like focused and keep my mind distracted. And I think like I get it. Sometimes distractions is a healthy way to cope with a lot of the stuff you're going through, but the results have definitely shown where it's like I don't know if this is the best option for him.
Yeah, I agree. And like you said, it's not like he's been out here just bombing in battles, right? It hasn't been bad. He's not. I don't think he's bad in any of these battles, but it's just a little something. It's like a little oomph that's just missing to get him over the top. Because I think that easy battle was very winnable. On consensus one, I think it was a very winnable battle, and I think he's just that third round slip up. Nothing you could do with that. The A-Ward battle a week after that, honestly, wasn't a good decision. I don't think you should battle A-Ward a week after Swamp. I mean, after Easy.
2 weeks after.
2 weeks.
And
I'm sorry, 2 weeks.
and people, I want to touch on that because like this is like these are the moments where like we find something and we get so invested in it. It's like, yo, Swamp is not a late prep person. Swamp is battling too much. He's battling too much. And it's like I went and looked up at, like the end of his year when he battled 40. He battled T-Rex 40 and Calico. Yeah, Rex 40 and Calico. He did all that in a span of like he did those 3 battles in the span of 7 weeks or 6 weeks, I should say. He did those 3 battles in 6 weeks. He battled Chess, Easy, and A-Ward in 7 weeks, and wasn't clean in 2 of those 3. So like he had shown you previously that he can battle in this time stream, actually less time, believe it or not. And I don't know, like it's not so much to me that he's battling too much. It's just you could just tell there's like something there, just kind of blocking his focus a little bit,
Right.
And
right.
I'm sure that whenever he's ready to put it all together, like he's going to be right back to the Swamp that we know him to be.
Yeah, for sure. I think the same thing. Hopefully, I'll be in this battle, man. I hope this battle's really good. I hope this battle turns out to what it can be, especially considering how much they both talked about this rematch, like you said. Like, I hope this battle turns out to be what it can be and stands out. Not just on this card, stands out for the weekend. That'd be great. And, I got Swamp South.
I'll be impressed if it did. I got Suge Jersey.
Oh, you are sick. Sick man.
Yeah. Don't tell nobody. All right. In the main event, Twork versus Woosaah. Man, Twork's been in a lot of headlines this week. We're gonna get to some of that in a second.
Yeah.
But Woosaah, he was gonna have battled Av, T-Top, Twork. Am I missing anybody?
Av, T-Top, Twork, Fonz. Don't forget Fonz.
And Fonz. Mm-hmm. All in the span of a couple years, man. Damn, son.
Can I ask?
I mean, Woosaah, personally, like I definitely had a little bit of reservations about Woosaah after his Fonz and Souffleur battle, but he's definitely been proving me wrong since then. There's been a linear progression. Everything so far has been pretty good with him. I actually have him edging now, Av, even though the battle's really close and debatable. I got no problem with what I'm seeing from Woosaah. I'm just wondering, like, man, he's battling the Wolves really early. So I'm wondering what's really going to be left a little bit down the road. And this is going to be the toughest test out of all of them. Like he kind of actually said to himself on 3 Letter Man, he said, look, man, like salute to Av, salute to Top and everybody else I've battled, but this is like 100% completely different than what you've seen. And he's putting together a nice little sneaky collection of names here. We're going to be really intrigued to see how he looks against Twork.
Yeah, so I'm conflicted. I also was a Woosaah doubter. Didn't really believe. Um, he's been, like I said, he's been good enough in these battles. He's come away with some wins. But to the point about the resume, right? I look at the names he's stacking up, right? And I look over on Sunday on NOME, and I can't help but feel like Chess's battle with Eunice. I mean, Eunice's battle with Chess can do more for Eunice than any of these battles has done for Woosaah.
A battle with Eunice on NOME would do more than all those battles. Is that your point?
Yeah. And like, it comes to the question of, I'm glad you're getting these names. Not things not deserving. It's just, where are we where is it leading you to in your career, right? Because let's say you get this Twork battle, let's say it goes in your favor, right? Where's the upward trajectory? Where are you going from there? We're putting you against Rock now? Your Rock battle of some madness? Like, and then, then what are we like? There's only so much room to go. And I just wonder how this development is actually helping him. Because I don't think Woosaah Bound these names has ascended into those like break through the top tier talks, right? Like, I still think people look at him as a new talent and don't really know what level to put him on, right? As opposed, I look at Eunice's battle with Chess this weekend, and Eunice had battled Nitty, of course. He battled Hustle, but Eunice had plenty of names he can battle. You know, I feel like Woosaah speed running a little bit, but I don't know if he's speed running up a hill or on a treadmill, and it concerns me just for his development and where he
Yeah,
can go to.
yeah. Initially, it makes you feel like, damn, is he? Not that he's running out of names, but he's already battled so many big names. Like, what are the
Yeah.
names in the near future for him? But then you stop to look at names like Eunice, Capo, a couple of other people in his class, and they battle a lot of big names just as much, if not more, as him as well. So then it makes you pause for a little bit. It's like, all right, maybe the names is not the issue, but now it's like, where does he go from here? I do like a
Yeah.
little bit of the promotion tactics he does whenever he has these battles. He drops like a diss track leading into his battles. I think he does the most he can with optimizing social media to like stay relevant, because it looks like somebody that's like actively trying, but also like, man, fuck this shit. I got real life. Like, I don't care what's going on the spaces and on Twitter. Like, I'm here to
Right.
rap. I'm here to rap good, and I'll do what I can, and we'll move along. Like, I can tell there's a little balance there for him, and I think it's going to be really reliant on what type of cards you see him on after this, because like there's the opportunities where you could still be showcased in a very prime way, and not necessarily be the name. So like if there is a
Mhm.
Summer Madness card coming up, and it's his turn to be the opener, as opposed to like how Eunice is opening now. That's a great look for him, no matter who's across from him, because that's going to be the chance to like prove it on that
Fair.
magnitude of a stage and card. Or if they do rookies versus vets, he might get another name. Maybe he's higher up on the card, and maybe it's a stage. I don't know. I think it's going to be more. I'm looking more so now, like what type of cards and events is he on moving forward, as opposed to the names, and what does he necessarily do with Twork? Because at the end of the day, like you can't even think that far away in the future when you got Twork in front of you.
Yeah,
Because
that's also true. This can all get set back very quickly.
this can all get set back very, very quickly. You know what I'm saying? But focus at the task at hand. And if he looks really good against Twork, which I mean, I would be shocked. Not because Woosaah's not good, but just because Twork is that amazing sometimes. That like whenever Twork's ready to just hit the gears, like he becomes damn near unguardable. So like I'll see how Woosaah responds to that. And I think moving forward, there's going to be a level of strategicness that's going to be fun. And I think that's the same can be said. A lot of the guys in this class are like ascending to higher heights right now, or
Yeah.
adding the names and resumes and getting the experience. How you move is going to
Mm-hmm.
be more important than what's your next move, I think.
Yeah, because it's like what Just said. You can get big names, you can get important names, but you need to get important battles.
Mm.
Battles need to feel important. That's the
Hmm.
that's the key. Like you said, that's the key to the growth. Like getting that some
And
madness
and,
battle, don't
and,
matter who it
and,
is, you're
and,
on it.
and, and to shoot him some bail again too. I know like we see the names of the resume, and it's like, damn, like I don't feel like I've seen that level of breakthrough yet for you to have this many names. But the counterpoint to it is, again, like the Fonz battle is literally like his like rookies versus vets finals
Right.
exam.
Yeah,
So
I'm not.
like,
I'm not. Anything
you,
rookies versus best, I'm not mad at.
like
I
you're
just don't
supposed
want
you're
to see it.
supposed to get that type of look to see what your ceiling is like. The
Right.
T-top battle, I say this with all due respect, that was a Christmas check. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was just
Yeah.
flat out a Christmas check. The ab battle, which I is the only one I feel like it happened just a little too soon. But I mean, I have him winning that battle, so like, I'm happy with that. And then the Twork battle is like, Twork was actually low key like, hey, if I'm not gonna be unknown, give me Woosaah, give this young man the opportunity. And Yoro was like, absolutely the fuck not.
As they should have been. Because what are you doing, bro? What kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
lineup is that?
yeah. Good call, URL. And so I'm personally not that upset at it when I really start to dig a little bit deeper and look around what other people are doing. But I do want to see how he looks on Saturday. At the end of the day, you need to handle that first, and then depending how good he looks there, what's next as far as like the way that he kind of just takes some of these steps. So I'm looking forward to it, honestly.
For sure. Same here. Because I've come a long way with my Woosaah thoughts. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
I was very, very negative at one point.
yeah.
I'm
Same.
leaning more towards yeah, I'm more towards positive now.
Yeah, let's not let you hear any of that because we don't need to give him any ammunition to say I was right. I was right.
He's,
No,
he's
no, you
just
weren't.
he wasn't that right
Yeah, he wasn't that right.
at all.
When he wasn't right, the second round of it. All right, so moving forward, um, Twork has been in a lot of headlines this week, and I really don't even want to get into the full like Twork, Eazy, Sko, Anwar kerfuffle, but it's like you cannot help but notice it happening. And while it's all happening, all I thought to myself was like, the 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 fuel for an Eazy and Twork rematch is continuously building, and yet the battle is continuously getting farther from existence in reality. It's fucked
So
up, isn't it?
it's so sad, and I hate it. I hate everything about it.
Yeah.
I hate it. So all this stuff is supposed to lead to a rap battle, and it's not happening. Like Easy's just blatantly saying it's not happening now. Like I'm not battling him, and if it walks like it, talks like it, it's probably Duck a City. You know what I'm saying?
It gets tough because it's like again, Twork's been in headlines so much the last like couple of weeks between the Eazy
Yeah.
stuff. Posted the Eazy text message a few weeks ago of
Mm.
Eazy not responding to him. Then Eazy goes on live and it's like, yo, we just don't trust you. We just don't trust you. We saw you no show Calico. You got all this stuff going on. You ain't battle A where we don't want to send that money. You think you're a liability. We don't trust you. Then obviously Twork and Av has their NOME TBL love triangle
Yeah.
going on there. And then Wartown Battle League decides to be like, hey, you guys are in arrears. Just letting you guys know, my accounts payable department said these bills is past due. this is
No,
this.
for real though.
Hello. Am I speaking with Nu Jersey Twork? Yeah, this is him. Hello, this is an attempt to collect the debt. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, Wartown. You probably not getting that money back, and I say that with
At
all due
all.
respect.
At
But
all.
then that happens, and then like respectfully, the trenches zombies can't help themselves, and they're like,
Yeah.
just see, you see, like the Shannon Sharp, like
Right.
nah, that's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. That's not how it goes at all. But like the problem is we cannot differentiate the fact of like whatever's going on with his battles outside of Eazy versus somebody communicating with them saying, I'm going to send you a contract and then just never respond back. Like that's
Right. And that's the problem, right? You didn't allude to these trust issues when you were about to send him a contract. You just chose not to send him a contract. That's why it looks crazy, right? Because you and I, we discussed this before. Like, ducking is a very overused term in battle rap. It's extremely overused. It's people take someone ducking someone when they just say I'm not interested in the battle. It's not ducking. You're not interested in the battle. You're allowed to not be interested in the battle. But for you to have gotten to the point of being wanting to send contracts for a battle, and then your life gets flipped, turned upside down a little bit
you,
on the
you got
internet,
you got to
and
be
now
like you got to
no more
be
battle.
you got to be like deep behind the scenes to like even be able to identify what's truly a duck. You know what I
Right.
mean?
That's a fact. That is
Because
a fact.
I have seen with my own two eyes people that I know are getting calls from leagues go on social media like they never call me. You know what I
You're
mean?
right. You're right. That's a
Like
fact. That is a fact.
I've witnessed it. So
Yes.
like it's one giant freaking matrix, and like everybody's just a player in it. So
Yeah.
ducking is strong, but like I just can't help
I
but
just don't know
feel
what.
like
Yo, yeah.
I just can't help but feel like Eazy knows that Twork is a matchup nightmare though. Like I like he has to at least be aware that like, yo, this is gonna be a hard task in front of me. Like, is there any way we could get the 2 or the 3 seeds so we don't have to see the Thunder to the
Right.
last to the conference finals? Like
And, yeah,
like you know what I'm saying?
and
Yeah.
honestly, like I'm not with what happened. I'm not even mad. You don't want to battle Twork first. I understand. You need to battle somebody to get the sting out of that first. You can't just go straight to Twork. You can't just You can't just jump straight. I understand. It's an understandable duck, but the excuse was just terrible. It wasn't a good excuse. It just wasn't.
I gotta find some of these some of the back and forths they had because man, it had me crying. Hold on.
That on the phone, bro. I know you coming. You told me that. Now it was all this backtracking shit. Nigga don't hear from you in the trenches. But here my message is talking about they. Oh, they, when they. What's up with all these pronouns, nigga? Him, they, them, they, he, she. I thought it was just him. Himothy. Not Timothy. It's Timothy. Oh, my God. It's Timothy now. Oh, man, somebody tell me. It's Timothy.
Bruh.
Oh, we got him.
This is even the best part.
Am I preaching?
This is the best part.
Am I preaching? Hey, am I preaching? The trenches don't belong to Eazy. They don't belong to him. He said it was his, but he was lying. He was lying from the rooter to the tutor. Remember at the basketball game with
Twork is hilarious, bro.
No, he really is.
Twork is a funny individual, man. And I gotta let it be known that was actually a response. That was a response to Eazy's live, which I'm gonna play as well because Eazy got to trolling too. They got their troll bag, and it just made me want to see the battle more. I'm sorry.
Dude, leave the fucking car. You on record, nigga. We not doing it. We ain't y'all. I mean, if y'all want to call it ducking, call it ducking. But then let me tell you what would happen. If I give the nigga the money and he don't show up, y'all gonna be like, y'all know this nigga. Y'all, you already know what type of time he gonna be on. How about this? Let's just not take that chance. And we almost entertained it. I swear we almost entertained it. When that nigga didn't show up to Calico's battle, we was like, oh, it's cool. We cool. Duck A-Ward. He talking about we ducking. He ducked A-Ward twice. Now, regardless, I was getting the other battle. All right. Twork said I'm scared. I'm scared, nigga. Fuck it. We ain't battling, nigga. Call it what you want. Twork.
He know he on BS.
Call it what you want. Gun draw. Sun saw. We ain't battling at all.
He know he on bullshit, man.
Yeah, he does.
He know he on bullshit.
He's very aware. If you watch Eazy live stuff, you know he's very aware of the nonsense he's pulling.
Yeah. He know what's going on, man. He know he on bullshit, man. So
absolutely.
Hope
we get the battle before the year's over, please.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we're gonna end up because when personally before Twork even went and tweeted out Eazy's battling Math Hoffa next, which is crazy if it is true because anything you just destroyed this whole rollout. But I thought he was going to be battling Math anyway. To be honest with you, I always thought Math was going to be like the next person, either Math or Arsonal. Like I thought, this is my theory. I could be completely wrong. This is just my theory, and I don't want no trenches on me. Oh, you're wrong. That's not how he felt. This is just how I feel. This is just my conspiracy theory. I think Eazy really wanted to go for Cody in 2025, and when the Shook battle didn't go down the way he wanted, it changed the trajectory of his year.
I think that's a very good theory, honestly. That's a good theory because he felt I'm already not getting it, so I'm only battling 4 or 5 times. I think I beat him, but y'all don't think so. So y'all not gonna let me live it down if I ain't start the year strong. Yeah, what's the point? Which is, you gotta do your Cody history because the beginning of the year is the best time to lose in Cody. That's the perfect time to lose. So the year starts.
I do think we'll see Eazy versus Math next. Actually, shouts to Henny Man. I've seen Henny Man interview Cassidy. I didn't get a chance to finish all of it. because apparently Cassidy is just bombing on everybody. When isn't he doing that? But
right.
he had a lot to say about Eazy, and the way he was talking about Eazy, it almost makes me feel like there's a world we see Eazy versus Cassidy. And then I thought about this, Titus. I thought about this deeply. Back to my conspiracy theory here, right? And Trencher Zombies, chill out. I'm not saying that this is true. I'm just theorizing stuff, all right? Everybody calm down in the comments and in the mentions. But if Math was his next opponent, right, and you're trying to soak up that audience that Math kind of had as a icon of hip hop media with his podcast, and kind of bringing over those casual eyes and that new demographic in that audience, would it make the most sense if you do that to then stay in that realm and then battle Cassidy next? Like, I could see Math and Cassidy being the next two plays.
The sad thing is that I can see it too.
Yeah,
and
right.
I don't enjoy the fact that I can see it. But you hear when Cass said in the Henny Man interview, when he said battling Eazy in Philly wouldn't be good for him.
Yeah, definitely. He said, yeah. I actually was supposed to post that. Hold on. Because I actually got that quoted here. I was gonna post that earlier. I'm gonna post it tomorrow because I'll do a bunch of NOME posts today. I got it right here. Look at that. I got that shit right here, ready to go for tomorrow. He said, when you say Cassidy, I am Philly. This ninja trying to rep Philly. I really am the city. It might be better if we battle somewhere else where people can't tell if he's faking from Philly or not. Then he might have a chance. Because if we battle in Philly and I start naming stuff that he don't know, it's going to look crazy.
Cassidy did say that. He's very confident. Yeah. I can't think of two more high profile but worse battles to tell me you're not battling Twork to battle Math and Cassidy.
And then it's like, Twork was like, look, if he's not battling me, who's he battling? There's only like two names that I would accept. And it's like Rock and somebody else. I forgot who else he said, but he said like two names. It's like, if Eazy was battling these two names, he cannot battle me. And that's fine. But he said he didn't say it was Math and Cassidy. and for me, like, I think Eazy now is like, it's like in his Jake Paul bag where like attention is currency. And he realized at this point, like I competed to try to be the best pound for pound in the world. What did they get me? They got me runner up and number 3 in Cody. Y'all don't really care about me being the best. I just care about the traction I bring. It almost feels like he operates completely better off of like this low vibrational negative energy and pushback, as opposed to like really feeding off of like competition. And I would say that because like you can look at him versus Will, him versus Swamp. Those are like the real competitive opportunities for him. And then he beats both of them. So now it's like, he's like, all right, I don't gotta do this no more.
No, like it really was a thing of, I did 2 competitive battles. Y'all can't say I didn't do it. I won. I'm done. I'll do it again. I'm good.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Combined, both those battles probably have like 600,000 views combined. And I'm sure if he battles Math or Cassidy, he's going to double that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think Math had a Eazy reference today on Twitter. That today or yesterday.
Oh, did he now?
Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
Let me see if I can pull it up, because I definitely seen him on Facebook talking about, if I came back to battle rap, who y'all want to see me battle? I don't even know what that means.
I mean, that means, look, as soon as he did that video saying that he didn't have a barbershop anymore because they had a barbershop that they weren't cutting hair in, and the landlord was like, why ain't nobody getting their hair cut? Don't come here no more. As soon as that happened, I'm like, okay, he's coming back. He's going back to battle rap.
I don't see any Math Eazy tweets, but
let me find was it on Twitter or was it on? I wonder if it was on Facebook. I know I saw it, but it might have been on Facebook actually.
Okay, yeah, if it was on Facebook, that makes sense. He's been there a lot, and we think we see it. We see everything you do.
Facts.
So,
but yeah, I don't want to see that battle, France. I really don't.
The energy.
I'll watch one. See, here's the thing. You can get me with one of them, right? You can get me one of them. Both of them, I can't.
Both of them back to back?
That's what I'm saying. And like, honestly, the Cassidy battle, it does have a little bit of sense to it. I'll be honest, right? Just based on the fact of just the Philly connection. Like, the battle does make sense a little bit. I can't knock it on the fact of it making sense. But that and Math back to back, no. The Math Hoffa battle doesn't make any sense except for a trying to get the views thing with him. There's no real traction there. There's nothing interesting, compelling about that matchup at all.
Look, I mean, look, bro. Since the Hitman battle, after Hitman battle to now, like he has found the perfect combination of polarizing his blend of like fame as an artist, controversy, and also trying to be a professional battle rapper, all like combined into one. Where it's like I'm taking the biggest fight where you're going to talk about me the most, and it's kind of like brash, it's kind of like bold self promotion, kind of antagonizes not just his opponent but everybody that doesn't like what's going on. Like that's who Eazy is. So it brings the trenches zombies. It brings the people that love it. It brings them closer, and then it also brings the critics just as equally as close because there's a equal level of admiration and intense criticism. So now we're just never going to be completely level-headed when it comes to like evaluating some of the stuff that's going on with him. And people either respect the hustle and marketing that he brings and view it as a level of geniusness, or they view him as an attention-seeking disruptor that's just exploiting everything that he could do with everything around him. And I'm not saying he's either one of those, but like I just understand that like leaving that in the air and will cause more of a stir, cause more people talking about it, as opposed to just saying, let me take this, let me take that. Like, you know, I could see where it's like, yo, why would I battle like another person in my class when this is the battle that's going to probably get me talked about, the views, the money, the pull, the pay-per-view sales. I get it.
And it's my Eazy real sick. Oh, my bad. My fault.
He's battling the Cody this weekend, man.
He is.
All right.
I'm mad at him. I'm just ass. Similar career decision. That's all.
At least one of them moves around right now.
That's true.
But hey, it is what it is. I get it. I understand it.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, Eazy and Twork, please, somebody do it.
You know, we're just in desperate need of like these big battles, big mega matches.
We are
we're really like the drought of like combat sport fans where we're not getting the fights we want at the time we want them. And there's no other battle that people have been craving for than Jaz versus Hustle. And there was a big stir up on the timeline for that too. Did you see that? Did you see Yoshi G's tweet?
I did. It got real hectic.
Yeah, I saw Yoshi G's tweet. Let me actually see. Can I pull this tweet up on the screen? Maybe I could. Hopefully I can. Because I would love to just read it out loud with everybody while I have it up. But I probably can't because she has a lot of tweets. But I could definitely read it for you guys. So she tweets out, you want to know why? Oh, here we go. I can pull it up. Perfect. You want to know why female battle rap is dead? Ooh. You want to know why female battle rap is dead? Because our top two girls would rather take random male battlers than to rematch each other.
It got lit. It got lit off that. They got mad.
Did they ever get
Everybody
mad?
got mad.
That tweet got 40,000 impressions and like at least 100 responses between his replies and quote tweets. And a lot of people were not here for that take. They were not happy about it. And some people agreed. I seen Calico kind of agreed. He said males battling women are pointless. I seen like Jaz, Lex, Kels, a couple other prominent figures and individuals and battlers that responded to this with complete disagreements. And there's something here to unpack. And I want to remove the messenger from the initial message because I want to talk about this. You're interested. Where do you want to go with this?
Like you said, the messenger is a thing where I think 75% of that tweet is right. It's the last sentence. Right? It's got a couple flaws there, right? I do think female battle rap is having problems, but I don't think it's all Jaz and Hustle's fault, right? The top four: Jaz, Hustle, Coffee, Vixen, right? That's the four. Is what it is. Official's there right outside that, I think, but Official's still official, right? She's a big deal. She's important. The problem isn't necessarily with the top five and Jaz and Hustle not battling each other. The problem is the talent pool just isn't there for them because it's a smaller talent pool of female battle rap, and the elite of the elite, that big four, there's only so many new girls coming up that feel worthy of a battle with them, and they're not coming up at a fast rate, right? Like Shay Rack has all these battles. No one's really asked for Shay Rack to have any of those battles, right? So then, respectfully, so like, then who's next? Prestavia, right? Maybe, but Prestavia is not very inactive. Like she pops out when she does. She's not. She's here, then she's not. She's here, then she's not. Right? She's not just frequently active. But she's got the cough battle already, right? She's about the only one you got here at this point, and it's a thing where there's only so much they can do to propel it. And the problem with Yoshi's message to me isn't what she's saying, because I do think Jazz and Hustle's rematch is huge. The problem is if a rematch between the top two is the reason female battle rap is dead, where does it go from there if they battle?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me. Like, I think we're putting a lot of onus on both those individuals when we say like they need them battling is what's going to solve and help female battle rap. Because I don't feel that way. I feel like it's really just the rich getting richer. Like I remember one day a year or two ago when they were talking about potentially headlining Summer Madness 13, and they're like, look, this would break barriers for female battle rap. And I don't know, like it would be historical. It would definitely be a unique milestone and something that just like is a tip in the feather of both of their hats. There's only so many few people that even headline those prestigious events, but breaking barriers, what barriers does it break? Like, is it going to open the doors for even other women to even make their debut on Summer Madness? Again, there's been an explosion of intergender events since then over the last couple of years. So like you're seeing them more and more. But I think the only way that battle is possible to elevate like female battle rap is if it gets picked up and is booked as a headliner of an all-female card. Yeah. Like if like Chrome, TBL, URL, I don't care who, decided to finally throw the bag at both of them. So we're going to put this on a stage and the undercard is Flames and Prestavia. It's Casey and this person, Coffee and this person, Vixen and this person. I can't even think of any matches that I really want to think about right now. But the point is, like, if that's the way you went about it, then it would be like, oh, snap, we haven't had a huge all-female battle rap card in a long time. There's been, like, consistent opportunities for them to be sprinkled into cards, like, in the middle of it, whether it's intergender battles or, like, being the only females on the card. Like, TBL's booked the most ladies so far this year. But that's the only way I can see Jazz and Hustle completely elevating the scene. So I think to put that on them two is a little unfair because it's more of an infrastructure issue than it is for them. And also, like, I've seen Jazz kind of having to, like, defend herself a little bit of it. Like, Jazz was like, look, y'all not going to gas like me. Years ago, when I was battling all of my peers, y'all kept saying, yo, ain't nobody here for Jazz. She need to battle the men. Yeah, y'all said that. Yes, y'all did. Y'all were saying that. Y'all kept saying she clears everybody. We don't want to bring her. Y'all said that. Yes, y'all did. And now she's battled nothing but men. And it becomes this like, oh, this is friendly fades. And we've already dispelled this last podcast, and I'll say it again. All these MFers are friends, man. All of them are friends. Like, when they get in the ring, there's potential to do damage to each other. So the friendship kind of wears off there. Like, you're going to tell me, like, oh, Rock tried to take Hustle's block off, and he ain't try against Jazz. You watched that battle? He tried. Right. He just wasn't successful, but he tried very hard. Right. So, like, I'm not buying the idea of them just being friends, and it means less. And also, Jazz has battled Coffee. Jazz has battled Chirac. Jazz has given Shice Raw and RX shots. Hustle hasn't battled a woman since April of 2023. Like, we're going on 26 months and she hasn't battled another woman. Like, I don't think you can put the onus on Jazz here. I'm not saying put it on Hustle neither, but like, it's a much deeper rooted issue. Female battle rappers is really top heavy.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the ultimate problem. And like, even I know we talked about it before privately, but like the Kings versus Queens, right? The Broken Bears, it ended up being the same women just rotated into different orders. Different ops, basically, right? We didn't see a lot of new women coming up on Kings versus Queens.
Yeah.
A lot of new opportunities given. It was the same few. It was like multiple Queens versus Queens appearances for the same women, right? Because, like you said, it's just top heavy. The people who are draws are who they are. Respectfully, Queen of the Ring just hasn't developed anything as of lately. They've been completely inactive. I know Debo said sparring sessions are coming back soon, apparently. So cool.
Yeah,
maybe that'll lead to something.
He says a lot of things. He also says, how can people be listening to Spaces all damn day while they at work? I'll tell you how, with some headphones. That's
Yeah,
how.
it's very easy. It's
Yeah,
very easy. If your job doesn't have a headphone band, you're good. It's very simple.
Yeah, very simple. I get Yoshi's sentiments because I'm sure there's a lot of people that are just craving for Jaz and Hustle to be on this collision course again.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a lot of people that's kind of like, yo, it happened already. Why are we fiending to see it again? Me personally, like it happened so long ago and they're so much greater than what they were. I would love the battle. You know what I mean? I'm also on the stance of like it happened. And it happened in a direction where one person didn't have their mishaps edited out the footage. Like it's okay for the other person to not want to battle the other individual. I think like the chapter has been concluded. And also like I guess Jaz has a couple of other big battles like Misfit and Couture, but like I can't put the blame on Jaz for those battles. I can't look at Jaz like, why aren't you battling Fit? Why aren't you battling Couture? Like Couture is not even in the country. Couture, I don't even think Couture is in the United States of America. So like battle rap is the last thing on her mind, and Misfit hasn't battled since 2019.
Right.
2020. Top of 2020. So it's about the
and
same.
Misfit very publicly blew that battle up and then said we're not battling. Remember that?
She also gave away like 2 of her marquee angles.
That's what I mean. She put that out there, like, put that out, we're not battling. Like,
and then she went and said, you know, and I love Fit, but she went and said like Jaz can't battle nobody but me, and like Jaz went and battled a whole bunch of other people and won Wody. Became a runner up. Like yeah, of course I would love the battle. The battle probably feels like it's sailed for a lot of people, but like one person's in the field and the other person hasn't battled in half a decade. Like I don't think I could put the person that's actively battling the onus on them. I don't know. It all got very strange today or yesterday and today.
2019 being half a decade just physically hurt me.
Yeah, right.
God, that hurt. Yeah. Okay.
And I think everybody got lost in the fact of like, oh, Yoshi, what are you doing? Yoshi, you're not one to talk. It's not so much about Yoshi. And that's why I'm completely removing her from all this, because I think there is a lot of people that are like, yo, I'm tired of seeing Hustle Top, Hustle Deal, Jaz Hollow, Jaz thing. I want to see them battle, you know. I think those voices deserve to be heard, though. I empathize with those voices for sure.
Agreed. Yeah, it was a thing where people just Yoshi's honestly like she's an easy target, right? It was something people just are inclined to disagree because it's her, whether she's right or wrong. Like I said, not one of those things she was fully wrong there. She's a little off base, but she wasn't fully wrong. It's a valid point that deserved to be discussed.
Yeah.
And from one of the only women in recent memory to actually break through to another level, I think it's valid to hear from her too. Like Yoshi, I won't say Yoshi reached the top tier level, obviously, but Yoshi's been a solid competitor and she's a name, a known name. If you see her on the flyer versus any of those names, you're not like, why is Yoshi getting that battle? No one's thinking that.
This battle, I don't want to be the league politician here. That battle belongs to happen again on Summer Madness URL, right?
Yes.
Because that's where it started. That's where it should finish. I agree with Organic's message. Some battles just belong on certain platforms. However, I challenge Chrome 23 to look for a match that is Jaz versus Hustle-esque and try to build another female battle rap card around it and just see what the energy is like. I mean, there's definitely enough track record and sales showing that, like, hey, maybe this isn't necessarily the most lucrative out there. You know, like we've gone through it. We can show you the numbers, and I believe it. I have seen a lot of data myself that like leads me to believe, like, damn, no matter how much effort or output you put, like, it's really hard to make an ROI on some of the ladies. It's just the reality of what it is because of, you know, just the attention and the draw they bring. But I also challenged her and say, like, I don't feel like she put them in the best position to succeed from the beginning of her league to now. Like, her first event at Nebula was a Hot 97 stream that was free, and the event was like VIP invite only. So there's no ticket sales, there's no pay-per-view sales, and then you openly say you were going to pay all the ladies like 5 figures for like their first event. And I'm glad you came in there and raised the ceiling for them or gave them a check that some of them probably never seen or a really big bag, but like paying them that number without having anything there to make the revenue, you're going to be instantly in the red, which she anticipated. She said, I anticipated to be in the red for a little bit. Her very next event after that included the men. Her very next event, like not a couple events later, the very next one was an intergender card. And then the tournament that was that just went down, well, not just went down, but a few years ago, Chrome 23 tournament, it wasn't streamed for the first 3 rounds. I was a judge for it, and I loved the tournament, but like it wasn't streamed. So like I felt like I was on an island covering that tournament. I feel like I didn't see anybody talking about that tournament until it was time for it to be talked about. Then you can also put the onus on the ladies too. Like obviously the grudge card was a mess. That's not on Chrome or Remy's fault at all. And then they just had this draft, and I don't really know any of those ladies from the draft. I've tried to like really stay in the loop. I'm looking in and peeking in to see what's going on. I don't feel like they've gotten the full like exposure that like we would support this. I think the culture would actively support a conscious effort to really try to see if you could put these ladies to be in a position to succeed. But I also understand the analytics. So like, I don't know. I would just like to see somebody try, because it feels like now we're settling for putting a woman or an intergender battle on a card for the sake of saying women are being included, but nobody's trying to completely just like repair the infrastructure. You know?
Yeah, 100%. And I think, like I said, the reason Remy, it was exciting to have Remy come through and do it was when she was like, I know I'm being the red. But the thing about to me, in battle rap, let's be real. If you're going to battle rap to be a league owner, you're planning on making money, you should stop immediately. It's just not a thing, right? Like
the profit margins are very thin.
Yeah, like you're not going to make money for a while. And if you want to come into a niche culture and invest in a niche of the niche, which would be female battle rap, you gotta really be prepared to not necessarily make bread off that. If you're here to invest into the culture, right? You're probably not gonna see those returns, especially not immediately. It might not be for a year or so, but you gotta put forth the effort and really trying can go a long way. Because like I said, we are going to support it because we see you actually trying. We see you really care about it. And I understand nobody likes to lose. I ain't got the money. I understand nobody likes losing money. But if you're coming in something to invest into and be an owner, you're going to lose. It's just going to lose money is what it is. Like I said, the profit margins are thin in this sport. And you look at the full picture of it, like I said, not doing a stream for an event where you paid everybody a bunch of money. And then the streams were, it was problems a lot of times, right? Like there were a few issues. The streams didn't necessarily run smoothly. There were late starts, this, that, and the third, right? But it's a difficult thing, and it's like I said, it don't gotta necessarily be on Rim, but somebody does have to invest in rebuilding the infrastructure because it's kind of got to be from you gotta kind of the house is house got some damage in it, got some mold in there, you know, the floor is about to fall through. You got to rebuild the house a little bit, get it back to the start, rebuild it from the base level, get it back for sure.
All of this started because Jaz the Rapper versus Arsonal was announced. You know, like
shout out to Arsonal, by the way. My man, Arsonal took that move clause and said, you know, make I forget about this. I'll just keep battling. I don't care. I will keep showing up. He chased Mook for a good decade and took that L and was like, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, there's a level of restoring and like upgrading all of the quintessential items to fix this infrastructure. Like it's not going to be solved overnight. It's not going to be solved with one event. But I do think like I just want to see a proactive like conscious effort. Like I haven't seen a no hold bars. I haven't seen a panic room. I haven't seen the queens get the money. I have not seen an all ladies card like this. And I do think that would entice the fans. I think we would see that and be like, oh snap! Like I gotta support this. This hasn't happened in a long time. I feel that way. You know,
yeah, agree.
Because if not, we're just gonna keep having the big four in rotation, and with a lot of these matches that, personally, they're rapping at a high level, so I ain't got no problem with it. Truth be told, but I'm sure that like people want to see them get in the field with each other a little bit more than just intergender battles.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think I agree with all that.
But Arsonal versus Jaz was announced on Bulletproof. That's the third announcement. How you feel about that battle?
How many battles can Arsonal lose consecutively?
Don't test him. He might go for the record.
Is he at the record at this point? But nah, Jaz and Arsonal. I know Jaz is going to treat this battle with the highest level of care. And I think she's going to be, and that's what makes me comfortable with it. Because I know Jaz is going to come in there and give 100%. She doesn't care what we've seen from Arsonal. She doesn't care what we think about Arsonal. She's going to come in there to smoke him. And I think she's going to be very, very good. Jaz on the stage, it's my kind of raps. I like Jaz on the stage, you know. She's not in Atlanta, so I guess she's obviously automatically going to be having a good performance, right? Because it's not in Atlanta, so it's automatically got to be good. She said,
"Oh shit."
Say the fifth in my hand bar in in Houston and see if you get reaction this time. Sure it works for you, okay? Since Atlanta was the problem, not that. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm always happy to watch Jaz rap. I am. I love watching Jaz rap. I think she's in her element on the stage. Her against Hollow. I don't know this notion. I saw Hollow tweet, tell Swamp I got one of them first rounds I had. Not Swamp, I'm sorry. Trez. Said tell Trez I got one of the first rounds I had for Jaz. I have for Jaz in this battle. I'm like, brother, you lost the first round. What's that supposed to do?
First round was good though.
It was a good first round.
It was a good first.
Didn't
It was
win
a good
it.
first round. It was a good first round. And I saw Trev's response. I was like, "You need 3 of them." No pun intended.
That's right. It's correct.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to see Jaz rap. So
knowing how serious Jaz takes her craft, and the way she's just like non-bothered by like all the stuff we just complained about, she don't give a fuck about.
Doesn't
care. She don't care.
And she's got plenty of time too. It's a long way between.
And she's battling Reed Dawes before that on Beat, which is a whole new different type of challenge. So like she got another battle thing in between. She said, "Look, I got Reed, I got Arsonal, and I got question marks. Y'all gonna be really mad when y'all find out who question marks is." I will say, would have preferred A Ward versus Jaz.
Facts. Don't know what happened with that.
TBL, what happened with that battle? Yeah, what happened with that thing? Yeah, like why is Twork getting a whole brand new opponent when he didn't show up for A Ward? Why didn't that battle get rescheduled so then we could get them new opponents for Bulletproof? Why didn't they battle on Bulletproof?
Would have made sense. Yo, if A Ward after A Ward gets done with the coffee battle, he's only got the big 2 left, right?
Yo, we literally are talking about all of these ladies like they have tough intergender fights coming up. Coffee's battling A Ward, Jaz battling that's not tough. Jaz battling Arsonal. Hustle's battling T-Top this weekend. Vixen's got Av in July.
Yeah.
Like don't make no mistake. Like I'm not somebody that personally hates intergender battles. I know they're rapping at the highest of highest levels and they're against top tier names. So like they're there to like really get in the thick of the smoke. But I understand the sentiments of wanting to see them also battle the ladies. But Jaz and Arsonal, I would prefer to see A Ward and Jaz. That's just
that's a banger. You say A Ward and Jaz, like, we got a banger.
Because I fuck with A Ward versus Coffee.
Yes, finally.
Yeah, finally. You know, and it's
3
happening
rounds this time. 3 rounds. It's supposed to be a 1 rounder the first time.
And it's happening at a way different time of both of their careers. Like A Ward in 2020 was just like at the precipice of like becoming like a full blown like top tier in my opinion. He was like a couple months away from that Ill Will performance, which I think really took him to the next level. And Coffee, 2020, really good app record, collecting a lot of W's, but still hadn't honed herself yet. We still hadn't seen the T-Top battle from her. So like they both were like very close to having a breakout performance. And who they are now, like Coffee's gonna probably make Cody for a 3rd year in a row. She might win her 2nd belt. Who knows how that panel goes? And her resume is insane, men and women. She's battled Ehart, Shuni, Jaz, Hustle, 40. Oh my man, she's battled Geechee, Twork, John, Arsonal, like
Danny Myers,
Suge. I'm sure there's more. Swamp.
Yeah,
she battled Bonnie.
Snake
like
Eyes.
she Snake Eyes. She got she like we got like yo. I'm sorry, Titus. I gotta say this, man. Like I don't know why we're being quiet about this. Like not you and me, but like just the general public. Like I think it's time to really pronounce Coffee as like a top like 7 female battle rapper of all time. Like she's there. Like she might even be knocking on the door of like 6 or 5. Like she wins a belt, gets a 1 million view battle, and like maybe another name or 2. Like I'm ready to start entertaining these top 5 combos. Like she's really decorated. So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Coffee. We should talk. We should piece it up, Coffee. And Coffee got to piece it up.
like how Gino and Erika pieced it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I see.
Right.
I see. She said the beef is over. We dapped it up. We cool now.
Yeah, we got to piece it up, Coffee.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll try to facilitate that. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's all we got for the day. You know, NOME's a couple of days away. Has anything changed in your mind about NOME?
Yeah. So I think I'm picking Miss Hustle.
Let's go.
Because
join us.
Running an event The stress of running an event and then trying to rap is a lot. Even the day before, like it's a lot to do. And I know T-Top's a good delegator. He's very good at delegating, but still the head of the event, so he's gonna be on you a little bit, right? So I think that's a lot.
I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine. Like he doesn't host his battles. he always has somebody else hosting his battles. Like he conserves his energy. He knows where they're like, let me put this energy here. Let me go do this. Let me go run the door. Like when I was at Straight Drop, like I'm crying because he had like Jerry West host Gwitty and Dot, and I'm like, he knew not to host his battle. And then like you got Top running around, checking the cash out, going to the door, checking the bar, and then I look at him, I'm like, are you working? He looks at me, he's like, lucky I don't put your ass to work too. And he walks away. So I'm personally not worried about him delegating. I'm used to him having his hands in multiple things at once. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just think my thing is like, unless he's ready to really bring dagger level performative showman angles that's going to bring the building down on a Hustle, like Hustle's has got a chance to bomb on him. Like I know for a fact, for 100% fact, if it's not the first round, at least the second round, Hustle's gonna have one round where she just erupts, like scores like 20 points in a quarter.
Yeah, it can get very ugly.
Like
in one of them rounds.
Yeah, like that. Like you can damn near pencil her in for one of those rounds all the time. She's low key been angling a little bit more. Like you know what I'm saying, like Hitman, like Real Deal. Obviously last year against Chess, like she getting a little bit better with like picking an approach to like pick somebody apart, and she knows she's dealing with an angler. So like I'll be intrigued to see if she's find something I don't know what the hell they're gonna really talk about. The battle, obviously, like I mentioned when we talked about last week, felt a little forced just because like I saw them stirring up a little argument on the spaces and then they got booked. But I also know that they're two of some of the more consistent like big stage performers and more of the more consistent battle rappers we've seen over the last 2 years. So like I'm expecting a good show.
Yeah, same. Like I said, I just changed him. Like, he might have some turbulence. But you know, T-Top will nonsense freestyle his way out of it now. Like real nonsense. He might start laughing at you.
Yeah, he'll get that chuckle going, and
concrete.
Yeah, you know, if you go through some of his battles this year,
yeah. So I'm leaning Hustle now. I'm leaning Hustle now.
Welcome. Any other battles to change your mind on?
I don't think so. That's it. Yeah, it's the only one.
Okay. I want to put exclamation points that I think Geechee Gotti might do very violent things on that stage to Rex.
Yes.
I thought it was going to be a really good battle. Rex had slams in New York, does his thing for a round, and then Geechee just takes off the next two. I don't know. He's got a lot to work with. And this is a point we didn't talk about last week where, like, obviously Rex is like, yo, Diddy, for 10K, I kill this ninja for real. Like that could be flipped into a haymaker.
It really can. I was watching Geechee Gotti's versus Harlem performances, scouting tapes earlier.
Yeah.
And I think I know he kind of coasted. He was kind of wilding on Jones.
Yo, like, I really, like, here's the thing, bro. Like, I feel like there's so many times that, like, we have allowed the comments, the one-time watch, the media to say certain things about certain battles. And I guarantee everybody is, like, you and I do the same thing sometimes. We watch certain sports with the announcers off. We watch it with the volume off. Because, like, we just want to watch the art for a minute. Go back and watch some of his battles. He's much better than what you guys were probably projecting to be in some of these battles. Like, he kind of, I think he's been good lately. You know, we were arguing in Discord with somebody that will not be named. It's like, oh, I haven't been happy with Geechee lately. I was like, yo, like, he's performing well. Like, what do you mean you're not happy with him lately? Like, have you been watching? I'm confused. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
right.
And again, in New York, knowing that, like, last time I was here in headline, I battled Mook, and this came transpired. Now I'm battling Mook's cousin, and I'm headlining again. And, like, he takes all that shit serious, man. He posted the clip of him calling me in his podcast, and I gave him the I told you he called me, and I made an appearance, and he posted it. And now look, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, the most consecutive trips, tied for second most headliners, back in New York. Like, he not playing, bro. He take all that shit serious, man. You know what I'm saying? I know it seems like it's at the mountaintop, so it's like, yo, like, what else is left? Nothing changes who you are, but, like, nah, he's involved in a lot. So
Absolutely.
That's the only thing. I'm not even changing. I'm just doubling down.
Yeah. Like just making it known Rex is gonna lose. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'll be very impressed if the results were different. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, facts. I agree.
All right, Titus. I think that wraps up. Anything else that you've seen or you want to cover before we get out of here?
I think that's it. I'm sorry. I didn't even get one last shady thing off. I saw a good sweet shady battle on TBL Twork on URL or TBL, and I just want to say I remember when after a certain battle, Goods was like, "I'm not battling on stages no more." So I see you. Goods.
We're supposed to get Swamping Goods this year, man.
We are.
Come on, Swamp. Swamp, please, boss. You ever seen that video where like somebody like bet on Paul George and they're like, "Come on, Paul George," you're like, "Please, please, man." Like, we were supposed to get Swamping Goods this year. I'm sure we'll get Goods to come outside this year. I don't know against who. Obviously, we're talking about Goods and Twork. I definitely want to see that. I'm talking about Goods and Big K. Big K's a little cold, but I still want to see that. I still really much want to see Swamping Goods, even though Swamp's a little cold too. But he pops out and makes every situation major. So I'll see who he comes outside for. But then we get a Goods battle. Then we get a Goods battle in 2025.
Agreed. For sure. And I'm happy about it. I like Goods. I do like Goods.
Yeah. I'm not gonna pull out the hat, but GMB. Slick walks.
Right.
All right, man. I think we're done for today.
For sure. I'm sorry. Yeah, thank y'all for the traction y'all gave us on the last episode. By the way, that was amazing for us to have not done a show in as long as we have, and then to see the traction and comments y'all gave us, that gives us life, makes us want to keep doing it. So thank y'all.
For sure. Let's talk battlerap.com. We will probably try to get a radio roulette in before NOME. NOME's on Sunday, so maybe we could get something in for you guys to talk that NOME shit. We're gonna have something nice for the supporters. I will be at Straight Drop. So maybe we get a newsletter done very early Sunday morning to recap Straight Drop, and we're gonna be at NOME. So make sure y'all log on to Watch Battle Live. Oh, Watch Battle Live is back. We didn't talk about that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
My wind horse fingers, like. Why is Watch Battle Live back?
Right. And why is there no early bird special? I want bring back the early bird special.
And why is it that it's promoting royalty when we just talked about Twork and having a kerfuffle with Anwar and Skull, and they were talking about a situation at royalty? Battle rap is an infinite time loop, bro.
It's insane. It's when I realized I said this is the most insane culture. This is stupid.
And then Av and Twork were supposed to be booked on royalty, like. Everything is just one giant existential time loop, and like I just want us to all realize that like there's nothing we can do about it.
Facts.
All right, man. That'll do for today. If y'all know what to do, drop a comment, hit the likes, and we'll be back next week.